And down you fall, movie weapon. Even from afar, your figure was unmistakable. As ever, an impressive display. Though I am sure you cur, the ultimate weapon pales in comparison to this new monstrosity. If the research is allowed to continue, the next model will be unstoppable. With that in mind, the Alliance has enlisted the help of... Wait, here's something! Who's this? Here's the sight. Here to sit through what remains of a ruby weapon, are you? Ali, what do you think you're doing? Ali? Father? Wait, what? Been so long, Alphonse. And you too, Rex? Given that the Empire is proceeding with the weapons project and making iron roads to Erosia, I suppose it was only a matter of time until our paths crossed. It's wonderful to see you again, Father! Although, I can't say much of the company you've been keeping. I know a lot has happened, but I'm glad you're alright. And now, you can come back to Garlemald with us. My days serving the Empire are over. Because you were suspected of assassinating Emperor Varys? Varys? But we know you'll never do such a thing like that. There must be a way to prove your innocence. Why did I goof up in that? Innocence. Then everything you can go back the way it was. It's meant to be. Like coming home and whatnot. Like, can it be like the old days, Dad? Flashbacks! So he found you two slithering on the roadside when he was going through Barrett? Lucky for you, eh? Aw, little Rex. If he hadn't, we'd probably be dead by now. As for the three of us, our parents all died in the epidemic. We're still begging on the street corners. Ain't work for him. I just wish there was a way we could repay Lord Gaius for all the kindness he has shown us. He fights for the Empire, so we should too. That will make him proud of us. You're saying we should join the army? I don't think that's a good idea. Everyone in Wales was scared of the Garlands. Why should we be like them? Lord Gaius is different. I know he is. You're right. He always says that the strong should lead the weak. Maybe that's why he took us in. I don't think that might be the... Maybe he had his reason, but I don't think he's like the kind of person who's like, hey, I'm the strong, you should follow me now. Or whatnot. I'm pretty sure he has some conscience of saying, I'll take these kids in and hopefully they can live in a better world or something. Alright, if becoming a soldier is what it takes, I'll do it. Who's with me? Count me in, and maybe one day people I look up will... Count me in, and maybe one day people will look up to us like we do Lord Gaius. Words. Count me in, and maybe one day people will look up to us like we do to Lord Gaius. Then it's settled. From now on, we're all brothers and sisters fighting for the same cause. Brothers and sisters? Then what will make Lord Gaius our father? If you put it that way, but that's kind of weird. Well, he did adopt them in some form way, so maybe that can be considered. He can be considered their father. Well, if he doesn't mind calling him that, I suppose so. And that makes you our big brother, since you're the oldest. You better be nice to us, or I'm telling father. Haha. Oh god, Rex. Like, what to do? Father, since you went away, a lot has changed in the Empire. For us too. If we had known that you were still out here, still alive, none of this would have happened. What do you mean? The truth is, something you wanna tell the old dad? If you must go, I will not stop you. But answer me this: who was piloting that ruby weapon? We all know that Neville Van Darius has not returned from the dead. Who do you think? Oh, one of them. Oof. It was Milisandia. Ouch. No! No! I refuse to believe that! I refuse to believe that you would ever let that happen. She was a sister to you. To all of you! We only want to finish what you started. And while we'll never forget all you have done for us, the next time we meet, it shall be as enemies. Goodbye, father. Aww. As for you, hero of Yorisa, you will pay for what you did to Milisandia. I swear it. It's not like I have much of a choice, do I? I have to defend my nation, so... the tragedy of war. It's like, sure, you say your justice is righteousness, but in the end of the day, you're just another murderer, like the next person. War is never good. Okay. Oh, Sid, good boy, good man, what brings you here? Well, well, Gaius von Basler. We meet again. Come see your precious weapon project has been proceeding. Come see your precious weapon project has been proceeding in your absence, have you? You come to collect data from Ruby Weapon, correct? The pilot, Milisandia, should be inside the cockpit. I asked Valendian to escort you to the wreckage. Aww. Any ideas who Milisandia is? An imperial crony of his, perhaps? Said, there are things in this world you don't need to poke on, but this is one of those occasions, so maybe you shouldn't ask him about the pilot in particular. One of the orphans. Guys always have the eye for the talent and mind to nature it. In fact, Unwavering says Julius was another prodigy of his. He even took me under his wing when father became obsessed with a meteor project. It's strange that I felt closer to Gaius than in my own flesh and blood. Then my father and countless others lost their lives in Project Incident. Although he was acting under Emperor Julius' orders, he masterminded the whole thing. I begged him to reconsider, to put the end of this madness. Madness! But my words fell on deaf ears. That's when I turned to Gaius for support. But he was much of a pawn of the Emperor as my father, and refused to intervene. And when my turn came to serve, I defected and fled to Yorza. I blame Gaius as much as any of them, perhaps even more, for the barbaric act carried out in the name of conquest. But when we met in the Praetorium, all that hatred that had been festering inside me seemed to fade away, and I remembered the man I once respected. To think that the dreaded Black Wolf was a mere plaything of the Ascian, who left him broken and discarded, having sent thousands of his men to early graves, is more than most could bear. And now, the lives of the children he raised hangs in the balance. Any personal grievances I have with Gaius can wait. I best gather the information I can on Ruby Weapon, but I'll be back as soon as possible. Alright guys, don't find something that you will regret finding back out there. Okay, let's talk to Gaius now. If Sid is as I remember him, it will not take him long to finish investigating the remains of Ruby Weapon. He never was one to waste time. Welcome back, Sid. How's your findings? My engineers are still in the field, but there's something I thought you should know right away. It's about the pilot. I'm not sure how you tell this, but if Milena is dead, I only hope she was not made to suffer. Death will be a kindness. In all my years, I've never seen such a perversion of science and nature. Her body was fused with Ruby Weapon's core. Those last moments must have been spent in pure agony as her very life essence was drained from her. Ow! I can't even begin to imagine the agony she had been feeling for the entire fight. So she was sacrificed to power the infernal machine? We must act quickly if we were to prevent the Empire from committing further atrocities. Artorias, is there any information you can share with us regarding the Ruby Weapons prior to its deactivation. Well, there's this and this and this. Navel van Darius. Did the Ledrit mean that much to Milisandia? For what I can gather, it sounds as if the data based on Navel combat capabilities was used to override the pilot's consciousness after she was fused with the core. If the technology is perfected, and the Empire begin implanting the memories of the renowned warriors such as the White Raven into his soldiers, the Alliance won't stand a chance. I was right, because the White Raven was that one girl from, I forgot her name was, from AR, from the core Bahamut Raid series, the Bahamut Raid series. So I was kind of right, because her, she was like that pilot, when she came out from the core, was a spitting image of her. Is such a thing even possible? Well, in the realm we live in, anything can be possible. Well, almost everything. The more or less how soul crystal work. A similar method of transference was used on the prototype Estilian thought, was it not? Oh, there is that. Yfred did mention he overheard a Sigvier loading various sets of data into the test mode during the battle. It would appear that the system has been improved since then. While it may bear some similarities, we won't know for certain until we analyze the wreckage of the Ruby weapon. It cannot be denied that the combined data from an experienced soldier with powers of an Econ has yielded remarkable results, but in doing so, the Empire has sunk to the very depths of disparity. This is beyond forgiveness. For once I agree with you, yet one question remains unanswered. How were we able to obtain data on someone who was supposedly killed prior to the calamity? That's what I'm trying to determine. There's one possibility I'd like to explore, but I need to carry out more thorough investigation first. Severa will prove support while you're in the field. Not only she is extremely well versed on the latest Garlemald technology, there are few soldiers I would rather have watching my back. Okay. In the meantime, Blairzium and I will follow Rubrem's tracks back to its point of origin. We will learn what we can of the weapon project, and the manner in which Alphonse and others are involved. Should we uncover anything of value, we will relay it to the troops stationed here. For now, I suggest we use this low in Garland activity to recuperate. Alright. Would I be correct on guessing that the belated reunion of those daring orphans of yours has stirred up memories of your time in Garland? I was like, well of it. Remember our agreement, Gaius. If you so much think of betraying to your imperial masters, I will kill you. Ooh, the tension in the air. Alright, where is the quest giver? Right over here. Alright, Mr. Resistance Officer. So you put down the ruby weapon. Gods! I wish I had seen it. Not too close, mind. I suppose I will report the news of your victory to the higher-ups. I realize you must be into quite the ordeal, but I can give you a quick summary of the battle. Here we go, blah 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 blah, pantomime, pantomime. You make it sound so easy. Well, technically it was easy, granted people are more knowledgeable in the fight now. From that far away I can tell. Anyone would think you slaying hulks brutes like that for a living. I'll put all this into a report, and leave a copy over there, should you fancy a bit of light reading. Anyway, I expect you got more pressing matters to take care of, like going to the celebratory pit. If the Guardians pluck up the courage to come knocking again, we'll let you know. Until then, rest up. Alright. Meanwhile, in the Rex Magitech installation, there's the orphans. Should you have told him the truth? He will be able to help us. I know he would. That's exactly the problem, Ellie. If he knew the true nature of the weapon project, he'd find some way to interfere. We come too far to back down now. I won't let Milisandia's death be in vain. Even if it means going against father's wishes. Cheer up, Alphonse. We can all go back being one big happy family after we dealt with those pesky Eorzeans. It'll be just like old times. If only it was that simple. There's no guarantee any of us will make it back alive. Excuse me, I think you're forgetting whose turn is up next. Oh, is there a little fate with me in the helm of the sapphire weapon? Ooh, this is the next weapon we're gonna be facing. It'll be over before you know it. Whatever happens, Rex, promise you come back to us. I couldn't bear to lose you too. Ugh, kind of feel bad about them. It's like first one of their siblings died, and now it's gonna be Rex's turn. Okay, that's complete. Might as well just unlock the EX version while I'm at it. Yeah. Oh, okay. Alright, stream has been unlocked. Okay, done and done. Alright then, I might consider calling the recording here, and hope you guys enjoy this nice lengthy storyline of Gaius and his orphans. Kind of feel bad where I had to kill one of them one by one, but maybe there might be a way to save their lives, who knows. But regardless, I hope you guys enjoyed this recording session, and if you have any comments, put them down below the video as well. And if you like the video, please click the like button. It is very much appreciated. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon to get notified on my latest uploads and or maybe live streams on YouTube. And of course, stay tuned for my other 2 projects on my channel, like Final Fantasy XIV, Raid, Trial, MXQ, Rogue Quest, Job Quest, Relic Weapons, Minions, Mounts, etc, etc, and etc. And lastly, my other, well, maybe I would just say 3 projects, but my last 2 projects will be Final Fantasy, Persona 5, and Fire Emblem Three Houses. Hopefully I'm gonna get Persona 5 done this year. Hopefully. But then again, that's kinda lie because this game is pretty long. Anywho, this has been Ravensleep45. Keep gaming, everyone, and have a pleasant 14th day. Take care, everyone, and see you next time.